Can we talk about why that's a 3-star photo, sir? There it goes. All right, that that took a second. Then I pressed the button, and it there was a whole like 5 seconds where it was like, I guess, and then it changed, and I was like, okay, here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's the Marsh. Hello. I never seen anyone play or talk about Evolution. I loved playing Evolution. I wanted to play Evolution for the longest time because it was one of the few Dreamcast games I owned. Okay, it's just a dog drinking water. And we played the GameCube version on stream, and it was pretty good. I need to replay the Dreamcast versions now for retro achievements, and then also play the GameCube version because I think they did achievements for the GameCube version too. So I played myself. Okay, there's not yet achievements for the GameCube version. I think it's actually 2 games smashed together. Yes, it is both Evolution games put together, kind of in a remaster remake kind of thing, which is interesting. It's kind of an interesting thing for the time period. Kind of an interesting, it's a little different. All right. Let's do our game duel here. Oh, I know that game. That's a little to the left. Easy peasy. I never used the butler. Gray was great. I used him, I want to say in 1. Hi, sir. I want to say I used him a bunch in the first one. Casper, are you actually going to come up? Are we going to have kitty time for the first time in ages? Yeah? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, but wait. I know. Sir. Okay, well now your claw is stuck. And now you're mad. And now you're not going to come up because you're a jerk. There's just a pile of cords here now. I'm back. Did I spark Evolution discussion? Yes. Because Evolution is great. Sir, I haven't set this camera up in like 2 weeks. Because you haven't come out here. So don't be a jerk butt. Come here. Yeah, you can't get mad at me for the things that you did. Come here. No, okay. What a jerk ass cat. I swear to God. What a jerk ass. Was it 1, 2, or Worlds? I couldn't tell. I was playing Worlds. Is this just soccer for the NES? Yep. Nailed it. I never seen anybody play or talk about it. I had it for the Dreamcast. And it was one of those games where like I got it. If I remember correctly, I got it at a flea market because it was like here's a Dreamcast game for $10. And I was like, great. $10. The best price. And it was one of like 2 or 3 Dreamcast games that I owned. It was like one of 3 Dreamcast games. GameCube one is nice. It's not really the full experience. Yeah, it was. I'm glad ultimately I streamed the GameCube one. Because I think that was the better streaming experience, but also I don't know. I think that's a hard thing to say. What, you know, with 100% certainty. Maybe it would have been better to play one and see it for what it like was. It's hard to say. It's hard to say 100%. Yeah, Marsh, welcome on in. How you doing today? It chops Eva 1 down to basically just, even the time that I spent with Eva 1 on the Dreamcast, like I knew when I started Worlds, I was like, oh, this is a lot less. So that was back when Ubisoft was publishing weird games. Rayman 2. Well, and that was one of their first party games. Ubisoft used to publish so much weird stuff. Ubisoft published some Armored Core games. Okay, hang on. I have to actually look at these. Ninja, teleportation, wall hit, danger zone. Oh, wow. Wow, they don't have Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks. Cowards. You cowards. Tekken Tag. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Now that I have like the answer that I'm like that I want it to be, I'm like, whatever. Greatest hits, juggle combo, launch titles, survival mode. It's definitely a fighting game. PS2 and arcade. And it's not a Tekken game. I don't think. Wow. I was going to say, I don't know if Dead or Alive was in arcade. I guess it was. I guess so. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that DOA is wall hits. That was a big thing in Dead or Alive, is doing wall hits. Hell yeah. Great guess, Nuja. Great guess. But yeah, I wanna stream more Jesus. More Dreamcast games. I like streaming old, weird, retro stuff. I like streaming old, weird, retro stuff. All right. Newer than 99. Third person side view. This boy. He's just laying here in his paper. Moving his tail in the paper, making sounds. All right, single player. Not first person or third person, so side view. Side view, but not a fighter, not an action game. Single player, side view. Not a fighter. Phoenix Wright, we did learn that that is apparently... no. Phoenix Wright, they've dubbed first person. I disagree. Phoenix Wright is apparently first person in the GameDuel database. Let's guess Super Meat Boy. All right. Platformer, adventure, indie. Exactly what I thought it was going to be. Indie platformer. Single player, side view, 2011 to 2019. Platforming's not action. It's two different categories. And yeah, platforming is apparently not action. I don't know. I feel like the action theme is the most specious theme on here. Like, it literally, I feel like it doesn't mean anything. When did Celeste come out? 2018. All right. Not Celeste. But, maybe it is Shovel Knight because it is fantasy. It is fantasy. When did Shovel Knight come out? Shovel Knight came out 2014. Perfect middle ground for... that's right. Shovel Knight is co-op. Fantasy drama. Single player. Side view. Indie platformer. Fantasy drama. I'm still mad they don't have Shaolin monks. That's my feeling on the subject. You know? It's not Cuphead, because that's co-op. Pizza Tower's too new. I don't know so many of these games. This is kind of cool. Greece? Is it Greece? Oh, it's 27. Okay. Of course, well, of course it's made in Unity. You said single player any platformer. Of course it's Unity. Owlboy. If it's Owlboy, I'm gonna be mad. If it's Owlboy, I'm gonna be mad because I thought, okay, good. Because I thought of Owlboy about 6 times. Also, our time isn't updating correctly. This should... Our year isn't updating properly. It should be 2017. So it's something that came out in 2017. Is it Little Nightmares? No, that would have horror. Is it fucking Hollow Knight? No, that would have that would have to have like puzzle. That would have to have puzzle too. Okay, the boy is curled up over here. The boy is curled up sleeping under my desk. Because he's the best sweet boy. Rain World has multiplayer? Yes. Hollow Knight spelled it wrong. That's hilarious. Aztez? What is that even? I'm debating if it's I'm debating if it's Night in the Woods. Because that's 2017. Single player. I don't know if you would call it fantasy. I would definitely call it drama. I don't know if it's Unity. It's Unity. I'm doing it. Yes. I'm a gamer. Hell yeah. Gamer. Everyone should go buy Night in the Woods. Everyone should buy Night in the Woods. Everyone should buy Night in the Woods. It's a great game. Okay, it is on my wish list. I have to keep. I'll keep an eye out for the next Steam sale. Get it on Steam and pick up the soundtracks. I'll add the soundtracks to the collection. Yeah, that's a good game. Certified good game. We played it. I streamed it. I missed some stuff. Oh, hello. Shadow of the Colossus remake. Are there parts in that game that are this green? I thought it mostly took place in like deserts and shit. Like deserts and ruins and shit. Okay, bye, sir. He woke up and left. He literally just woke up and left. Death Stranding. I don't know. Maybe. Near? Like Near Gestalt, maybe. That's another. Those. God, we gotta play those games. I think I like Death Stranding the most as an opener. No. No. Oh, I know what this is. I thought that was the town from Final Fantasy IX. That's what I thought that was. War Tales. This game's good. I'm bummed. That Metacritic score is too low. That Metacritic score is too low. War Tales is cool. No wonder it didn't look familiar. War Tales is neat. War Tales is neat. If you like strategic RPGs, like tactic RPGs, it's good. It's good. It's on Game Pass. I recommend it. You can do neat stuff. Who likes those kinds of games? I don't know. Some loser. Either anyway, back to Shining Force. Anyway. Back to Shining Force. All right. Title of that song is wacky. What's that from? Hang on. Stop. Oh, it's from Heartbound. It's from Heartbound. Shout out to Pirate Software. Yeah, shout out to Pirate Software. He was like, I remember Brian sent me a TikTok from him, from his stream, that was like, hey, if you buy our OST, you can use it for streaming. We'll never content strike you. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And you know, he's wow, this white this white website really just blasts. That's really funny. But I was like, oh, it's really cool how he won't content strike you. Like that's super neat. That's a super cool way to be. So I gave him some cash for some cool music. I have some other stuff I want to get. You know, soundtracks and music and stuff. I'm thinking that this only plays MP3s because I've had some Dragon Age music added and it never comes up. Like let's skip some tracks here. No. Oh, hey. Well, never mind. Fuck me, I guess. No. You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, Poke, how are you? How the heck are you doing? Poke, what have you gotten so far on the Xbox store closure? What have you gotten on the Xbox store closure? I don't know how much I'm gonna spend. I probably won't buy anything. Because I've said in the past, buying a bunch of stuff on store closure is for chumps. And I'll just put that money aside and I'll just put that money aside and get a shipped Xbox at some point and, you know, do what I gotta do. Do what I gotta do. Oh God, my controller's all the way through here now. Oh my gosh. I've made it such a perilous environment. Okay. Shining Force. Shining Force. Well, you know, listen, I'm just gonna move this. He's not gonna come sit with me, so I'm just gonna move that. All right. We need to go to the town. Gosh, I'm really gonna have to play this game again to get a lot of these. It's funny. Jessup. Unbelievable. We will not die until we destroy all of you, right? We said this before the break. That really only works for you, dog. Do you know what I mean? That's really only a you situation. The rest of us absolutely will die narratively. I'll reload a save, but I'm just... Poppy, kill him! We have to kill him now! Jesus. I'm very sorry, but I have to go. Kill him now. Bye. I'm sorry, okay, one of those is a griffin. One of those is an eyeball worm. Jessup sure is a tricky devil. All right. I would like to do 2 battles today. And by today, I mean like in the afternoon. You know? In the afternoon, it's not afternoon. I always refer to this part of stream as the afternoon, despite it not taking place in the afternoon. Not fully, at least. Interesting in this fight, the enemies are all grouped together. Yeah, you know, it's their shining force. It's their darkness force. We're the shining force, they're the darkness force. The second act. Yeah, that's just a griffin. Shit. Look at that. We got all 3 flavors. Look at this. We got all 3 flavors, all 3 variants. Talking about a griffin when it had a snack during it. You know, that's a good point. That's a good, you know, I really... Saint, I don't know if you said Sage, excuse me, Sage. I don't know if you said that as a joke or for serious. I kind of like the second act. Kind of love that. Let's get, yeah. It won't affect 2 people, but it will affect a lot of people. So. Do, 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 do. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hang on. Hang on. Please don't be... I'm not sure Carter has a weapon equipped. Maybe don't try attacking with her. Oh, that's a good point. They put out a 30th anniversary Hellboy action figure, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's also $140. It comes with different heads. Oh, it looks so good. How do I put this on my how do I put this on my throne? How do I get this on my throne? Basically, I got Chrome Hounds, War for Cybertron, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Those Transformers games are really good. Psycho 6 Rage, Amazing Spider-Man, Third Trek Online, Benedict Commando. Both. The phrase "Let's all go to the lobby" got stuck in my head with the second act joke. That is fun though. I do like that idea. Yeah, I was trying to update my wish list until you yelled at me. It's not $18,000. Calm down. All right. I don't know how long pre-orders are open, but this is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna, you know what? I'll look to see after stream, because I saw it's up at Big Bad Toy Store and the shipping for that might be better. I don't know. Up to 40 unique 360 games. I'm hoping once I'm hoping that people will take more of an interest in emulation now. So I'm hoping the emulator will start to get a little more heat. And I'll probably, depending on how that goes over the next little bit, I'll probably just try to get a chipped 360 and be done with it. You know what I mean? Pretty sure if the 360 game is on sale on Xbox Series, but not 360, you still play it on 360. So I'm gonna get Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon on Friday. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that 100%, but those are great games regardless, so. I should do a fundraiser. Maybe the next big fundraiser we do, I'll have like play Lost Odyssey as the big incentive, you know? Yeah, how expensive are these? They're a bit more expensive. $5 for collector packaging? Okay, that's $4 flat shipping. See, that's a good idea. Same for Asura's Wrath. Yeah, I think I have Asura's Wrath like 3 different ways, or at least 2 ways now. Because I'm pretty sure I bought Asura's Wrath on PS4 also? PS3, I think I have a PS3 version of Asura's Wrath. And what's in my cart? Oh, these silly things. Right. Hang on, let me look at something really quick. Yeah, these are all back ordered, so who knows if they'd actually ever show up. Oh, that is interesting that I'd be able to basically like pre-order these so that when they come in, I can order and I can buy them and order them. That's interesting. I won't do it for that, but Okay, yeah, I'll add that on the throne. I'll add that to the throne, and if it happens, it happens. All right, we got a little ad break coming up. I don't know, so many creators are like very specific about their ad breaks. Do people care? Like, seems like yes, they'll work according to the Microsoft forums. All right, well, that's good. I mean, it makes sense. There should still be a 360 version of that game on the server, you know? You know, but I don't know if people care, like, oh yeah, like, if I should actually stop stream or, like, you know, chill out while I'm doing stuff, you know? Brian being goofy. Yeah, let's go here. Because then Carter can go here. Blast 4? Is that worth it? With Dragon Lost Odyssey, they never got any updates or performance. They're 3 to 4 disc games. I'm fine playing them digitally. I don't know about that. I feel like all backwards compatible games got some amount of performance improvement. Wow, all right, fine, fuck me, I guess. Oh, right, it's that thing. I cast it on literally the turn. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Blast 4 does 30 damage. And it's single target, right? It's still single target, or is it group target? Because 30 damage, if I can hit the group, ain't bad. Fuck me, I guess this game's combat model in a nutshell.
by capitalism.
Space! Saint Hello. I do feel like there are a number of times when I'm like, aha, let me enact my fantastic plan, and the game goes, no. And it's just like, oh, well, only single target, unfortunately. Oh, bummer. Real misplay called Blast then. IMO. Hello, it's me, Space Enjoyer. Hey, you know what? Perfect timing. Perfect timing, you're right. Speaking of being a Space Enjoyer, hey, the Dragon Age, there it goes. The Dragon Age questionnaire is live. If you want to affect's the word. If you want to affect the Dragon Age Origins playthrough, fill out the questionnaire. I believe it will ask for your email. That is specifically for purposes of making sure each person gets one vote. It explicitly does not collect your email, just so you know. But Matt, that's the opposite of space. Is it? It takes place in a space. in the fact that it takes place on a planet, and that planet is in space. So isn't it all space? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had one of those times when I had a terrible joke pop into my head. It's one of those times when I had a terrible joke pop in my head, and it's like, don't make that joke. Don't make that joke. Not making jokes, SMH. Listen, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible like, you know, like I'm gonna get canceled, but it was terrible in that it probably would only make me laugh. You know what I mean? It would probably only make me laugh. Dragon Age: The Mass Effect. Do you remember how funny it was? I can't wait to use the Dragon Age armor in Dragon Age, or the Mass Effect armor in Dragon Age 2. Or no, they did Dragon Age armor in Mass Effect 2. They didn't do Mass Effect stuff in Dragon Age, because I think it came out after. That's 90% of the jokes I make. Okay, for sake. So what I was going to say, right, is like, you know, talking about how like, oh, you know, isn't it really all space? So what I was going to say was, if we're gonna defeat Trump in November, I think we all need to come together and really get behind this definition of space. Which is funny to me because it's to me it's funny to just put that on anything. It's funny to me to just say that to anything. I think that's funny. When was DOA 2? Or DA 2, Mass Effect 2 was 2010. I think it was 2012. Classic great code. Yeah, just like, we're gonna defeat the Republicans. We have to, and you're like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with what we're talking. How is this going to affect that? Dragon Age 2 was 2011. 2011. Closer than I even thought. Closer than I even thought. Hell yeah, kill that purple worm. God, Jaha's so solid. I love Jaha. Oh, that's bananas. If we want to beat him in November, we need to come together and agree to do a Light Force run on KOTOR. Listen, Nugent, this is what we're building up to. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. All this is building towards is me playing Knights of the Old Republic. If me streaming has been working towards any specific goal, it has been playing Knights of the Old Republic. I was actually using the Dragon Age armor in my ME3 playthrough. I'd have used it more if it wasn't strictly worse than the enemy. Right, yeah. Which is why every game should have fashion options. Listen here, game designers. Hot take from Matt Calder, right? The video game smarter. No, that's not it. I know about video games. Every video game with equipment should have fashion. Every game. Dark Souls, Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma, The new Dragon Age is gonna have it. If you have a game where I am putting items on my character, one, it should change because one, we're not cowards. Two, you should have fashion. You should have fashion slots. Baldur's Gate did it. Are you worse than Baldur's Gate? Are you worse than Baldur's Gate? Maybe think about that. Most games are. We were chatting the other day about like some of the Dragon Age updates. And I was like, how mad do you think the Dragon Age devs were when Baldur's Gate 3 came out and they realized that they would have to show dick? Like after Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate, and they're just like, you're gonna have to be able to take your dick out. You're gonna be able to, god damn it. Like I just imagine them having to like sit around like in a meeting, like we gotta, right? Like we gotta, fuck. That's so funny to me. Matt, did you grind for outfits in Midnight Suns? No, I did not grind for outfits. I got the big cool version because Dustin was a homie and got me the big cool version. And so that gives you a lot of outfits, and then you just get them from opening chests and stuff. And have that, but boy, is it a doozy to play Rogue Trader after watching folks play BG3 and realize how much is missing, even just quality of life wise. See, that's funny. Brian went the other way. Brian played some Baldur's Gate 3 and then played Rogue Trader and was like, oh, there's some stuff here in Rogue Trader that I wish Baldur's Gate had. I'm just gonna say surprise now and let you come back to this message later. What do you mean? What's happening? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I played Baldur's Gate, or I played Midnight Suns like 2 years ago. What are we talking about? Huh? I think the big thing, and he and I have talked about it, the big thing for me also was having people in your party able to do skill checks that are relevant to them, which was a thing that I found really frustrating. One, in the way that Baldur's Gate does it, and then two, doubly so in the way that Baldur's Gate does it in co-op. I think not enough people talk about how kind of bad the Baldur's Gate 3 co-op implementation is. So like, it's an incredible game, but also they did co-op in a very specific way that causes very specific problems that I haven't seen a lot of people address, and that's bad. Oh, hey, guess what? No, with regards to this game. Are you talking about the Midnight Suns outfits? In Midnight Suns, I think you have to... I think you just get them at the end, though, don't you? That's frustrating as hell. Yeah, it was... excuse me. It was specifically when... I'm saying surprise before the actual surprise in this battle. Oh, I get you. I see. I wish all CRPGs like companions be part of the conversations, at least for skill checks. Yeah, it seems weird to have a thing where you're like standing there talking to somebody and they're like, oh yeah, nothing will matter once Garish returns. And you go, I don't know anything about Garish. And you don't turn around to everybody and you're like, do you guys know Garish? Do you know anything about Garish? And your cleric is like, oh yeah, Garish is one of the gods that was imprisoned for attempting to destroy the world. And you're like, oh rad, thanks guy. Cool. Like it just feels so basic. Do you know what I mean? Like that just feels so just part of the way that it works. I didn't want to be rude. It went doubly for Shadowrun, and you basically had to be your party's face because you engaged in all conversations. Which was really frustrating. That was a really frustrating thing to find out like halfway through the game. That's bad. It'll be fine. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Do 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 do. All right. Oh. What the? Surprise! Oh no! Oh my god! Barbara diplomacy expert, she can talk on my behalf. Sorry, this conversation's only for, let's see, protagonists. Okay. Do. Level 16, let's go! Mudman, dry out, Dirtman H. Jesse, hello. Jesse, how you doing? I mean, theoretically better now, right? I'm doing. Any party-based CRPG should just auto-default using the party member with the best skill if there's nothing interesting to be had. Yeah, like perception things, sure. You know, like make it, make it, like lay it out, right? Lay out how it works, and then it's like okay, you know, or make that a difficulty setting, right? Make that a difficulty option. Oh no. And documenting the doing? Yeah, make sure you're documenting. Oh, Rick's dead. I like how I didn't get a chance to move Rick between both times he got shot. That's great. That's great and fun and good and great. Okay, note to self, Miss Demon sucks ass. Oh, why? Why? Why did you cast a spell? How's my baby boy, my tortoise, my Gump? He's doing great. He's doing great. He's holding it down. He got to fly on an airplane. It's going great for everybody. Let me tell you. Why is it single target? This being single target fucking sucks. Fuck you. I don't have a lot of moments when I play games that I'm like, why the fuck did you make it work that way? But why the fuck did you make it work that way? I bet he loved that. Yeah, it was great. Peter, Peter is fine. Nuge, is it just 2 turns of suck ass? Is it just 2 turns of suck it? I'm glad they got on an airplane before all the systems went down. You know, it wasn't. They have an incompatible computer system. It just doesn't work that way, so it's all great. What the fuck? Is it you? Is it the Chaos Wizard? Please counterattack. Please counterattack. Jaha, for the love of God. Yeah. Jaha, you champion. Okay. Oh my God. Please. Why? Those Mist Demons using model really mess things up. I don't like those guys. Okay, good. He just good. Oh my God, Sarah, what a dodge. Incredible. All right, you got it. We got it. Come on, Poppy, 2 attacks. I'm pulling for the party art. Oh my God, Geralt is still. How? Okay. He needs to have his. I'm sorry. Get, oh. I'm like, say you missed it. We did have a naked bathing scene. We did. Oh my God, how do you only do 10 damage? Wait, for real? Yeah. Sheila, the new master monk. The new master monk. We found her we came across her training under a waterfall. Good counter. This motherfucker. Yeah. Mad. I'm back. No drama from the meeting. It was awkward though. You know, bummer. Bummer there was no drama only because that means, respectfully, they didn't do their job. But I mean, I guess they did because that person didn't have like a breakdown or whatever, you know? So I guess that's fine. Oh my God, Kazan, come off it. We gotta try to get this bow rider. This dude sucks. Remember earlier when I was like, I want to get 2 battles done. I was hoping for more outward aggression or any questions. They sat there quietly, left without a word, which is fine. I don't know. I don't think that's fine because I feel like that means that they didn't understand what they did wrong. They either didn't understand what they did wrong or they knew what they were doing wrong the whole time. And they were just like, ah, fuck, they finally caught me. But hi, Josephine. Thank you for laying in your bed instead of whatever you were doing. I don't expect anything to change in either of the rest of the staff. It is so frustrating to me, the amount of shit that places put up with. Like, there always seem to be people who get away with so much. And it's like, you know, if you didn't, if you didn't, maybe, oh, it's only Blast level 2. Oh, Blast is an AoE. Hang on. Nuja? Oh my God, please. Elric, I'm so sick of you doing slightly too little damage. Blast 4 isn't though? Why would it get worse? Why would it get worse? Yep, I was waiting for that to happen. Yeah, of course he's gonna heal a bunch. Because he's a piece of shit. May did nothing. That's better than anything. Good job. Good job kicking that wizard. And not enough MP for egress. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I hate this game. I hate the way this game works. It is so stupid that egress costs MP. Problem is they're meeting the minimal expectations for the job as a result standpoint, but ignoring other stuff in the process. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not their boss, but like, nope, ain't gonna happen. No, I don't have enough people. And no. Cool. Fuck off. That was honestly, okay. Here's the thing I'm actually upset about that. Here's the thing I'm actually upset about. That Detox apparently doesn't do anything and is single target. Like, no, you just don't wanna? Okay. Do you know what I mean? The fact that Detox doesn't resolve that is like, okay, cool. It's completely worthless. It's completely worthless. Like, especially because poison only does, right, poison only does 2 HP. I'm definitely not going to stop what I'm doing to cast Detox unless if there's anything else I can do. Like why can't Detox affect Muddle? Is the plan for game schedule once you finish this, you play Soul Wakes Deep and then Dragon Age? It is going to be this, Venba, Still Wakes the Deep, and then Dragon Age. Because I do still really want to play Venba. Yeah, I think I put the schedule in the Discord. Yeah, in announcements. Yeah. I was like, I don't do it that often, so maybe I forgot. Am I gonna try to focus down the Dark Mist? No, I think I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants to do. Not worry about it. I think I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did before, and everything will work out fine. Something November. It's frustrating that my party is run by assholes. Assholes isn't the word that I wanted. Dumbasses. Dumbasses is the word that I wanted. First I thought you meant your game party, and I'm like, give yourself a brain. That's funny. I'm excited for you to play Still Wakes the Deep. I'm interested to see what you think of it. Yeah, I've been excited to play it for a bit, so. But yeah, it's frustrating that the political party that, I mean, I don't even know at I don't even know, like, if I like them. I don't know if I would say I align with them. Like, I think in general, I do. I saw a great post on Blue Sky that was like, the Democrats could win tomorrow if they did all the things that Republicans say they do. And it's like, yeah, that would rule. Somehow the party that's supposed to stand against the rich 0.1% elites got bullied by said elites. It's fun. I forget what it was, but it was like somebody, it was a tweet or something. And they were like, Democrats are standing there with a rule book saying dogs can't play basketball as Air Bud dunks on them over and over. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it feels like. Where it's just like, how can you do something? Can you do something, please? It'd be really cool if you did something. It would be super cool if you did something. I'm not in line with that party. It is the closest major party in my political. Right. It is the party that is most likely to enact the changes. That party is the closest thing to the changes I would like to see. And so that's who gets my vote, I guess. That's how it works in America, I guess. Like, it doesn't take a fucking political scientist to understand why Trump is so popular, and I don't understand why, like, in 2016 people were astounded that Trump was popular and that he was garnering so much attention, and that so many people were saying they would vote for Trump. And I was like, where the fuck do you live? Like are you looking at what's happening? Like, maybe at the start of it you were like, okay, nobody would vote for a fucking billionaire. The class that hates billionaires? No, they love billionaires. They love billionaires so much. Like, it's not, all you had to do was watch people's reactions to the things that he was saying, and you go, oh, that's why he's able to galvanize so many people behind him, because he's just lying or saying, or like he's saying what they want to hear, and what they want to hear is racist ideology. Ah, did it. I cracked the code. No. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Go sit there. Go lay down. These people did not get boosts, so well. Just yell and scream and people will listen for some reason. I mean, the reason that they listen is because they only want, they like, he's saying exactly the things that they want politicians to say, right? And it's actually like, what's funny is, if you do that as a Republican, this is a thing I've been thinking about a lot. The problem with the Democratic Party is that all of us, and I'm just gonna put it bluntly, all of us are too smart. So when you're a Republican, you have someone who comes up and says, I'm gonna be tough on China, I'm gonna build a wall and make Mexico pay for it, I'm gonna stop all these thugs in the inner cities, I'm gonna cut taxes, and they go, that's what I want. That's what I want to happen. Yay. And then you don't do those things and they don't care, because all they have to do is say, all you have to do is say that you did those things. And since they don't pay attention and all of the news that they consume is filtered to make it seem like you're doing what you said, or the things that you want to do are being blocked by some Uber group, some mysterious shadow government that you have no control over because you're only the president. You can't stop the shadow cabal. Then it doesn't matter what you actually do, right? It doesn't matter what you actually do, because it's either the fake news narrative is you're actually doing all of the things, or you're being stopped from doing all of the things. And as Democrats, you know, because this is kind of, I mean, this is what Biden did, and this is what every politician does. Let's call a spade a spade. He got up there and he said a bunch of things, and we were like, hey, those things would be great. We would love those things. You know, I'll vote for you because you're going to do those things. That sounds great. And then he didn't do a lot of those things, or he did some of those things poorly, or he did some of those things half of what he said he was going to do. And so like the student loan stuff, people were like, you said you were going to forgive all these student loans. And he's like, well, I forgave some student loans. And you're like, yeah, you did. And that was a win. That's great. That's cool. You said you were going to do more. And so what I would like for you to do is to do the thing that you said you were going to do. And then he just walks away. And like all of us are too fucking tuned in to what's happening. To know that he's not doing those things, right? And so Trump gets back on stage, and despite doing none of the things that he said he was going to, people love him because he said he was going to do those things. And then Biden gets on stage, and everybody's like, boo, you didn't do the things that you said, right? And I think this is ultimately the problem. This is ultimately the problem. Oh, geez. Come on, man. I mean, the Supreme Court doesn't get to say... The Supreme Court shouldn't get to say no to things. That's a whole other fucking kettle of fish. But, like... There's... Like... But... To my point, what I was saying, instead of getting off on a weird tangent. We're not stupid enough to believe all of the bullshit, right? And so that's why I forgot that when it came out that Trump was wearing a diaper for something, which is like, you know, fine. He's old. Happens. Republicans like turned that into like a badge of honor. And was like, yeah, real men wear diapers. And it's like this is a weird thing to rally behind. This is a weird thing to like, this is a weird thing to make your whole personality. And Democrats literally never do that. Like, we literally don't blindly, uncritically accept things. And when I say Democrats, I mean people who aren't Republicans. Take it as a umbrella term for not the Republican Party. And I think that's the problem. The problem with leftists are so many people who identify with leftists are like incredibly online, and instead of like coming together and finding compromise on issues and trying to get anything done, they want to argue every single point. These are the people who are like online arguing about like if you can have he him pronouns and identify as a lesbian. Guess what, dog? I don't fucking care. Do you know what I mean? The fact that anyone is having this argument is ridiculous and a waste of people's times. And those are all leftist people. Everyone who's having those arguments are leftists. We argue with ourselves all the time. The amount of infighting and like active sabotage in leftist spaces is astounding. And like it's why, like I said, it's why we can't come together and get anything done, because we can't even agree on, like, if you're a leftist, don't ever police someone's label unless it is actively harming. Unless it is actively harming another individual. If someone is just like, yeah, I'm a lesbian and their pronouns are he, him, just fucking stay out of it. It's not your life. Don't worry about it. Move on. Move on. You know? Go, instead of yelling at that person online, go pick up trash on the side of the road. Go volunteer at a homeless shelter. Go do a fucking productive thing in your society instead of sending someone 15 tweets. Just don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Just don't do that thing. You know, it is really frustrating that for years and years, people have said, and I know people have said this because I've said this. People have said, hey, you know what's really effective? is getting out and engaging in local politics. Local politics is where so much is decided at your like individual level, like your individual rights. You're just like what affects you day to day. That is where you should be concerned. That's where you should put so much of your effort. Local school board, local city council, your mayor. All of these are the races that you should pay so much attention to. You should absolutely be aware of every single person. And it feels like leftists as a whole did not understand that message whatsoever and ignored it, while what Republicans did was form super PACs. And they formed these super PACs, and what they did was give a bunch of people money. And what they did was they said, hey, you're gonna run for school board in your local area, right? You're gonna get on the school board, and here's the platform you're gonna run on. And they literally hand them binders and playbooks and say, here's the policies that you're going to push, here are the things that you're going to block. And then that person gets on the school board. And then they get multiple people like that on the school board. And then because that person is on the school board, they're on school board for a couple years, they run for city council. And it's the same thing. They get a new playbook. And they go, okay, you're on city council. Here's the things that you're gonna do. You're gonna these are the businesses you're gonna support. Here are the things that you're gonna do. And it's the same thing. And they have a few years on the city council. And then they get elected to the House and the Senate, right? And like, this is how this is happening. This is why in my state, there's a book ban right now, right? Is because when I moved here, fucking Moms for Liberty had set up in the next town over, and they spent so long complaining about books. They showed up to everything. They complained to everyone. They got on, and they got somebody that aligns with them on the library board. And so the first thing that person did was like, the first thing they did was block all holiday displays in the library. That was the first thing they did. The first thing they did was say, you can't have holiday displays. And you might say, why would they block holiday displays? Well, because that allows them to, because one of the big things that they were upset about was a Juneteenth display in the library. They were upset about a Juneteenth display. And so the first thing they did when they came in was they were like, no holidays, right? Because they know they can't say no Juneteenth, because a large number of people will go, well, no, that doesn't make sense. Why would you single Juneteenth? That doesn't make sense. But if you say no holidays, people will go, you'll get people who are leftists, who think themselves to be leftists, go, you know what, that's fair. There shouldn't, because in their mind they go, yeah, there shouldn't be Christmas displays. I agree with that. There shouldn't be displays for Christopher Columbus. That's right, I agree with that. There shouldn't be displays for George Washington or President's Day or Veterans Day, because of these like individual beefs that they have. Not realizing that means there's no Black History Month displays. There's no Juneteenth displays. There's no AAPI displays. I don't think it's a holiday, but you get my point. And it's so easy for Republicans to crystallize around one specific issue and just fucking hammer down into it. And they get it done. And again, that's mainly because there's like 15 billionaires in this country, and all of them are Republican, and all of them donate all of their money to these causes. That's how that works. Meanwhile, you have people who identify as leftists who like can't even decide if homeless people should have rights. That are like, I don't know if homeless people should die in the street or not. I don't know. maybe. Not sure when to jump in so high. Helix, hello. Helix, hello. I would say, does it affect me anyway? No. Does it cause harm to someone or something else? No. Why should I care? Yeah. If, you know, like, that's it. That's the way to act on social media. Honestly, is just like, is it affecting you directly? No, probably not, because it's on social media. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. Helix, hello. How are you, my friend? Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm more than a little frustrated. Recovering from a road trip and watching the G1. I heard G1 was very good. She may be able to punch harder than. Yeah, maybe that's a good point. Erica right now is that toxic friend everyone has who's just looking for a chance to spout random nonsense and then block you. God, the amount of people that. Ugh, that's a different thing. I can't do it. I can't get into another different thing. My night 2 opening night was very strong. Yeah, I heard it was a good time. And I hope you enjoy it. I saw that one of the upcoming events at Kurikan sold out, which is great. I love social media because the toxicity of leftist media. My mental health was soured because of it, because I feel you. Yeah, there are people in, there are people in leftist spaces who obviously don't engage in this, who are very, very, very loud and vocal about, Dunk. About like the work and try to put in the work, but it is so frustrating the sea of faceless people. Not surprised the lineup is stacked. New Japan getting better all the time. Truly. I'm surprised you worked about the current political landscape. It's a scary time. I try not to specifically. I try not to bring it up on stream. Not because it's not important, but because I want a space away from it as much as I want to provide people a space away from it. If that makes sense to everybody, right? Like, I don't want to spend all stream complaining about it. In the same way that I feel like people probably don't. And I know there are people that do, and that's fine. That's great for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that that's inherently bad, but I want to make a space away from it where we're realistic about it. But I also don't want to gloom and doom. I don't want to sit here and complain and say that it's all bad and it's all terrible and it's horrendous. What are we gonna do? Because there are things we can do. There are things we can do, there are things we can and should change. And hell yeah, I want to be hopeful about those things. I think I would rather be hopeful than complain the whole time. Oh, hell yeah, bolt everybody. Yeah. Yeah, get that damage out there. Yes, this was a good decision. I've been collecting ribbons and BDSP for my shiny Mew. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! I actually, I put in the Discord, but I didn't take a picture. God, that does like no damage. That's such a bummer. I got my second shiny Poipole yesterday, which I'm very excited about. Gotta try to kill the shaman because the shaman heals. Yes. Most of what I wanted. Need a few more from the Lady Sunny Shore and the Best Friends ribbon, and then it's over to Sword. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I should do that. I should get back on playing. Oh, here we fucking go. I should get back on playing Coliseum. Hello, is this Matt? Kira, hello? Hello? This is Matt? Hello? Hello, I'm Matt. Can't be asked with context. The contests, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, only one. That could have, no, this is Patrick. No, this is Patrick. I should get back on Coliseum. This is very important. I need you to look to the left and then the right and realize you're a cool person. Okay, I did 2 of those things. Instructions unclear. Wait, can I go down one more? Yes. I'm coming over there and turning you upside down. Feels like it's been a minute. I hope you and Aaron have been well. Yeah, we've been doing all right. We've been doing all right. And then, don't worry about it. You know, life is life. Life is how it goes. I hope you've been well, friend. Yeah, we've been all right. We've been all right. Oh, that's so much damage, Jesus Christ. Oh God, thank you, Peter, not dying. Oh, thank you, Peter, not dying. Okay, Poppy being hazed and poisoned is bad. Yeah, let's... I don't think threatening Matt with a visit will make you want, do what you want. If anything, the opposite will happen. I'll turn Kira upside down. I don't know why I would do that. No! That's gonna do so much. Yep. I was like, oh no. Come on. Come on, man. Girl, please. That's low for you. I'm a little disappointed. Ugh. Heal Peter. Here's how we get at the snacks and get the guest room ready. The guest room is Aaron's office, so I. Josephine, go lay down. Go lay down. Go. It's better to focus on the Mudman. It's better to focus the summon damage on one guy. See, and then you get that. She may turn me upside down. Yeah, I may end up being turned upside down today. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it as it goes. God, what a big level for Pete. Uh-oh. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't expect that guy was the boss. I didn't think that guy was the boss, but it's fine. That fight sucked. There was a lot of threes. Well, Peter's a god, so. Where's this town? Oh! Gallum soldiers, run! No, wait! No? Oh, my mistake. Oh, it's obvious. I can see it in your eyes. Yep, that's how it works. Sonata versus Callum Newham should be fun. I don't even know who that is. All right. No, Josephine. No. Hey. Save this fucking dog, I swear. Just like that. There's nothing happening. Callum's new, he joined late 2023. He's a member of United Empire. Okay. Oh, did you see her? Yeah, Aaron kicked her out for a meeting, which of course means she has no idea what to do. All right, let's save. That battle was so flippin' frustrating, man. God. I'm glad I remembered Poppy as poison. That would have been annoying. That battle was so frustrating, it got me to complain about politics. Sheesh. That's how bad it was. All right, let's poke through stuff here. Let's poke through stuff. Some Chapel Roan song plus Freedom Force inserted into the lyrics. See if new weapons. Oh, I can get all the battles involving Jessup are harder than they look because he's the tactician. I get that, but also, you know, okay, so let's sell our old weapon. And Sarah's weapon. We've got so much money. Just gonna upgrade everybody's weapon. Connor goes up to 89 attack. That's bananas. Does Rick have a spear? I think so. Yeah, he's got a javelin. Everyone's talking about it. I'm looking hesitant to actually check out her music because if I find out, I'll be like, you internet gays overhyped this. I mean, they probably did, but also I haven't listened to any of her music either, so. Hey! Never heard of him. I'm gonna save again. Mr. Petro and Mr. Passerin came from the south. Okay, I don't know who those people are, so. Mr. Passerin came through the tunnel in the south. We've been told the devils live there. We've seen many devils since he came here to Roft. All right, this is an item. Red Baron is a cruel killer. He smeared his armor with the blood of his enemies. Cool. Do you know of Mithril? Mithril weapons are awfully strong. They may help you in your battles. You're chronically online, internet gay on TikTok. I mean, that's why I've heard of her. Does that mean someone here will do something with fucking Mithril? Sir Petro, don't leave me alone. Passerin, I'm sorry. You promised to fly me in the sky. I know, with the Nazca ship, I promised. I'd fly home to see my family, to show them how wonderful the ancients were. Petro, no! Ancient Travels. Hey, wait, wasn't that one of the achievements? Am I making that up? Is he dead? Oh yeah, defo. Petro's the guy who blocked the entrance to the tunnel. Oh, right. Oh no, I think some of the early achievements didn't trigger properly. We never had a chance to fly in the Nazca ship. The devils killed Petro. They lied to us. How cruel they are. Yeah, that's... Nope. What's wrong with Zinc? I have no idea, but he's obviously disturbed. Zinc, you good? Poppy, Sir Astral, I'm angry. I cannot forgive the devils. Well, yeah, you shouldn't, dog. They've killed a lot of people. I've overridden my restrictions on fighting. You shouldn't be able to do that if that's a... Zinc the Ribbit. So he's a frog-based unit. Let us go defeat the devil army. Sick. What do we got here in the guide? What's in the guide? What does the guide say? We got a little bit. Check his stats. The way you say that. Frog-based unit, just like you're a witch-based streamer. Am I a witch-based streamer? Wait, what does that mean? That's... With your cop... Okay, that's funny. That's funny. 79 attack is pretty good. Listen, he's no Geralt, but who is? Hey, question, Nuja, is this why we were saving the running pimentos? Is this why we were saving the running pimentos? This right here, this moment? For my homie with a 4 move? Perhaps, but also the next character? Oh. Oh yeah, and the running ring. True enough. All right, we have enough time to go get the next character, I think. That's some ominous looking robot for one that's not supposed to be allowed in combat. He's an ancient robot. Also, coming back to it, like I said, he should not be able to override his own restriction on fighting. It shouldn't work that way. I appreciate that he can. I'm just saying, you shouldn't, if he has a restriction, he shouldn't be able to be like, I am no longer restricted. That's not really a restriction, that's a suggestion. Do you remember how sometimes Gumby would breathe fire? Yes, it was one of my favorite things that happened in this game. I don't know, just someone needs to have it. Zinc does something like that too. The way you say something like that. Is it this way? Yes. I love how you say, is something. like that. You know, similar. It's similar to how Gumby would randomly breathe fire. What a hidden spot. This is great. What? Whoa! Hello? Probably put the arm of Golem on the Golem. Oh, wow! That feels good. My power is back. This is great. I love this. Think I can move again? How can I express? Ah, I'll join you. I'll protect you. Sick. Claude the Gloom. The Gloom. Claude the Gloom. Check this big boy's stats. Let me check out this. Don't remember how to do that. Wow! Wow! How do I choose between a robot? How do I choose between a ribbit and a goon? How could I decide? This is how you get back if you need to go back to him. Jaha, never heard of him. It's like, oh, Jaha, listen, things were good, my dude. I'd keep exploring. Oh, what's there? Did I miss something? Did the walkthrough do that thing where it doesn't say all the things? Is the ultimate guide not really that ultimate? It said you can use these to go back to like Parmesia, so I'm guessing, I didn't mean to walk on that. I'm guessing these are like teleportation things. Is it just the way back, or it just takes you back to Parmesia? Okay, which is sick, but you know, I got the guide. I got all the things I need. I'm a gamer. As the parlance goes, I'm a gamer. Yeah, let's go back to town. I imagine.
I'm a gamer.
I imagine neither. I imagine neither Zinc nor Claude use. I love these Claude, like a little dirt Claude, a little dirty boy. I imagine neither of them use weapons. Yeah, which, you know, I could see the robot using weapons. I could see the robot using weapons. Claude gets beefy stat gains. Hell yeah. Oh, we're so close to Mithril weapons. We're so close to Mithril weapons. We're almost there. We're so close. But that'll be next time. That'll have to be Friday. We're so close though. We're so close. But that'll have to be Friday. We'll get stuck in on mithril weapons. I don't think there's any retro achievements related to mithril weapons. I don't see any. So yeah, we'll see all that on Friday. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good. No, I imagine you'll spend a lot of time for mithril weapons. Finally, yes, finally, to try to get the best rolls. Oh no. Oh no, why would you do this to me? But all right. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for coming and spending time with me. I really appreciate it. I love streaming. I don't know what to say. I really enjoy this space. I really enjoy the time to do this and spend time with all of y'all, and talking about working on September fundraising, like be able to do like actual positive change in the world is pretty fucking cool, so but all right, where we're gonna go, who am I gonna raid? I don't know. Well, I know. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Let me drop the raid messages here. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I need to catch up on the Hunter x Hunter podcast that I'm listening to so I can watch more Hunter x Hunter. Because I watched some Hunter x Hunter yesterday and was like, oh damn, that's a good show. So if you're at loss of what to do today, watch some Hunter x Hunter. It's pretty good. Watch the G1? Yeah, maybe. But I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. We're gonna raid Lemon because Lemon is great. Lemon is back streaming. She's currently stuck in Canada, but she's still streaming, which is good. I'm glad she's still doing stuff, and I'm hoping that gives her kind of a lifeline. So I will, like I said, I'll see everybody on Friday. If you haven't yet, please vote in the Dragon Age questionnaire. It's in the Discord. I'm going to harp about this a bunch because that's your opportunity to change how the game is going to go. And once we get to playing Dragon Age Origins, we're going to try streaming every weekday. I'm going to try streaming every weekday, see how that goes. And maybe then I do it. Maybe there's some small schedule changes and I do it. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to try it out. We're going to feel it out. I'm going to do it with something that I know. And so I don't have to devote like a lot of like mental energy to it. And we'll see how it goes. So, but I'll see everybody on Friday. Take care of yourself. I love you.